Welcome, hometown members, to the first episode of the Hometown Musician Spotlight, where we're going to meet hometown musicians and find out a little bit more about them, up close and personal. And my first guest tonight has been a member of Heartsfield, legendary Chicago band, award-winning folk musician, and also some bluegrass in the repertoire. And let's welcome in Eric Lambert. Thanks for being with us, Eric. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, my friend. Thank you.
So the first important question of the whole interview is, what block did you grow up on? What park did you hang out in? What schools did you go to in hometown?
Oh, man. Well, I think I grew up on the 700 block in the trailer park in Headwish, right on the state line.
Yes.
But then we moved uptown, man, and we moved into a house.
All right.
On Exchange.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of blocks over from me. But go ahead. Yeah.
And that's where I grew up, on Exchange across from Man Park.
Oh, okay, great, yeah. Had a lot of good times at Man Park, played softball there. So what were your first, or who was your first musical influence?
Well, Tommy James and the Shondells. Interesting answer, right? But anyway, a kid on the block had a guitar, and he let me mess around with it, and I was able to figure out, I think we're alone now.
Mm-hmm.
Dum, 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 you know,
Yeah.
that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that was my first influence.
Mm-hmm. Would that be considered your aha moment in music, or did that come much later where you realized that this is just going to be a big part of your life?
Well, aha moments seem to happen often, but it was loud and clear right then.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm. When you look back at those early days, is there any one basement gig or garage gig or anything where you also maybe kind of felt like, yeah, this is really cool. I like being in a band, and and you had your first little audience, so to say.
Well, a lot of times, I guess the first dance we played at Washington High School.
Mm-hmm. Where I graduated from.
Yeah, and that was a big deal. Those dances, there used to be hundreds of people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So 16 years old, my ego was out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And then you move on and you do different things, and
Mm-hmm.
I think the first time I played in a true nightclub was kind of a big thing, and it goes on from there. Played the Riviera Theater for the first time and was just eyes wide open, and those kinds of things.
Yeah.
First time in Nashville.
We're gonna get to that part too. So, anyway, so you went to Mount Carmel. I think a friend of mine told me you went to Mount Carmel. Yeah.
I did.
And you also were a guitar instructor. Do you still do that too?
I still do every day.
Mm-hmm. So talk to us about how you got involved with Heartsfield and what that experience was like.
Well, Heartsfield, I was a fan.
Yeah.
I was a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was living in Macomb, Illinois.
Western Illinois University?
Yeah, masquerading as a college student. We used to play the albums at the house. And, I watched them in the basketball arena open for the Atlanta Rhythm section.
Wow.
And then years later, our band in town opened for them a couple of times, which, speaking of aha moments,
Yeah.
like, oh my God, we're opening for Heartsfield.
Yeah.
And years later, I got a call to come and audition.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Hearts, oh my God.
Yeah. So I did read that you did win an award back in 2019, some folk music award. Can you speak to us about your involvement in folk music?
Well, I got into folk music, by way of the Will the Circle Be Unbroken album. know, when I heard that incredible traditional music for the first time. It wasn't folk music, but you know, actually it is folk music. It's American music. And the music itself blew me away, but Doc Watson left a big impression on me. And I continued to play electric guitar, you know, and you know, once I would get home, it was woodshedding on the acoustic guitar. You know? Anyway, eventually somebody turned me on to an organization called Folk Alliance. And truthfully, I don't remember if I got involved with Folk Alliance first or the International Bluegrass Association first. But, you know, one and the same. And I like the idea. In folk music, you can travel by yourself, play shows by yourself, write songs, sing them, things like that. And I really like that.
One of the questions I had about folk music is, you know, how rock and roll can find some of the roots in the blues. Is folk music, is it all its own genre, or is it taken from gospel or any other genres?
It takes from everything. The first time I went to the Folk Alliance International event in Nashville was when my eyes were opened to Delta blues players and what they call singer-songwriters. Sacred Steel was at that convention, which was just mind-blowing. Irish musicians who traveled from abroad to attend this thing. So it opened my eyes that folk music was really a huge, huge umbrella of American music.
Awesome.
And, you know, even more so with the Irish stuff, and there was African stuff represented there. It was pretty amazing. It was an eye-opening experience.
So when you're not playing music, what is your what occupies your time? What's your favorite thing to do when you're not playing?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe a hobby, maybe something just interests you.
Well,
Or is it just
maybe
music?
mandolin is a hobby.
Okay, all right.
Or dobro is a hobby.
Which speaking of, you know, bluegrass, I automatically think of banjos, and who doesn't want to jump up when you hear a banjo? You know, I mean, it's just how's your banjo playing?
My banjo playing is fair.
Yeah. Okay.
I did a couple of gigs last summer as a fill-in. Some friends of mine called me and I filled in on 5-string banjo and mandolin. Needless to say, I had the good shit like crazy. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Well, the last two questions I'm going to ask before we bring in a special guest are kind of fun questions, you know. So I wanted to ask you, you know, if there was one venue that you have not played in yet in your life, what would be your dream venue?
Oh my. I never played that venue in Germany. What's it called? They film at the venue.
Oh, Rock Palace?
Rock Palace.
Or Rock Palace,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd like to play Rock
Yes,
Palace.
okay. Sounds great. I'm going to have to look that up now because I'm going to find out. All right, and the second question, again, just having fun with this, but if you could trade places with any musician, past or present, for a whole weekend, who would that be?
Dwayne Hall.
All right. Beautiful.
You know, for a weekend,
Yeah.
I mean, it could be dangerous.
Right,
but
that's why I had to make it a whole weekend. It can't just be from one performance. It has to be a whole weekend living that guy's life.
But for a weekend, I could be inside that guy's head
yeah, right.
and know more about how he thought and how he approached and how the amazing things he played came out of that.
Yeah. Well, you know, I really appreciate you joining me on this first episode. And tonight you're playing here. We're coming to you from the Austin Community Tavern in Stager, Illinois. Great music venue, great place to have dinner. I had dinner tonight as well as Jeff. We're going to bring in a special guest next after we thank Eric. Eric, appreciate you sitting down.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
And
it.
Eric's playing tonight acoustically with Jeff Massey, very highly acclaimed guitarist. And in just a second, Jeff and and Eric are going to switch chairs. Come on, Jeff.
I feel like I'm crashing the party.
Come on in, man. Come on in. First leg.
All right.
I'd like to welcome in Jeff Massey, guitar extraordinaire and frontman from the Steepwater Band. Very well acclaimed and well traveled band, the Steepwater Band. Just in Spain recently, right?
Yeah, last year, getting ready to go again there
Yeah.
to play some festivals.
So what is it like playing for an international audience as compared to American audiences? Do you have to do anything different, or do people act differently, or is it people are people everywhere you
People
go?
are people.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, some towns they might be a little more excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, just in general, more
Mhm.
on their feet. Other towns it might be more of a seated kind of thing. The only difference is there's no difference musically. But you walk outside and there's the oldest architecture on earth outside.
Wow. Yeah, very cool.
That would be the difference.
Yeah, very cool. We were talking before the interview. So you do have some hometown roots. Your mom is from Hegewisch. So to the
Yes.
hometown group, we have another hometown, homebred musician here. You grew up in Matson, and I believe you went to Ridge South. So
I did. Yeah.
So what was your first, if you can recall your first musical influences, whether it be a person or?
Probably my mom playing piano around the house,
Uh-huh.
and then I had older brothers and sisters that were playing, Aerosmith records in their bedroom and Led Zeppelin records,
The first
and
album?
Foreigner
Yeah.
and Ted Nugent, so a lot of
Yeah.
70s rock, and that would be my first exposure
Yeah.
to that kind of thing. Just being a kid, that was
Yeah.
what he played in the house.
I was going to ask Eric this question, and I forgot, but I'll ask you. Do you still have your first instrument, or is that something that always gets traded up and gone?
I don't, and I
Yeah.
kind of regret that I don't.
Yeah.
And no, my first instrument was a cheap, an Arbor acoustic guitar,
Uh-huh.
and I don't remember if I sold it or traded it, but no, I don't have it.
Yeah. Wow, why? So I just heard in passing today that at one time you guys actually opened up for Bon Jovi back in 2005.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, it's kind of
So,
random.
I can't. Yeah, I can't believe my first time seeing Steepwater Band was just last year in Munster at a free concert, and I was just blown away.
Okay.
And in the time since then, I've seen you play just in a number of different settings, and your mastery of the guitar. It's like I forgot that there was that line from the movie. You had me, whatever. With you had me hit the first guitar lick.
all right, well, thank you.
You know, honest to God, these guys are great. But so I want you guys to have a great show tonight.
Thank you.
Jeff. Thanks for stopping.
Yeah, man.
And having
Thanks for
a
coming
quick.
out.
Yeah, thanks for having a quick
Thanks for
interview
letting me
with
crash the interview.
All right, you got it.
All right.
All right, hometown. Have a great day. We'll see you next time on the next episode. Until then, peace.